How's it, team? Welcome along. Stop shaking everything around like an earthquake. I know we've been having a few of those. How is everybody? How's it? Welcome to Sunday Night Chat. Hopefully you can all hear me well. Who have we got in the house tonight? You're all way too early again. Alrighty, we've got way back Jade's in the house. Digger Mike's in the house. Gold panning Dutchy Jaco. Good morning from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. How's it, my bro? And thanks for joining us. Phil with 2 L's is in the house. Poor Dad's Adventures is possibly going to be in. Mad Kiwi's in the house. How's it, brother? Hope you're doing well. And yes, guys, I do have your super chats, so thank you so much. How are we all? And is the audio all good? Oh. Don't all reply at once, guys. How is everybody going? How's your weeks been? Your weekends? I know Mike's been up to all kinds of shenanigans again this weekend and having great luck. I've got my headphones on, so listening. I'll be in the chat soon. Sweet. NZ Warriorsman is in the house. How's it, my bro? Just write your name down there, mate. Welcome, buddy. Jake Cohen. What's your take on the MindLab Quattro MP? Quattro MP. I just bought one and I love it. Jake, I have never actually heard of the Quattro, buddy. I'm an Equinox 800 man myself, and I know most of the guys here in New Zealand are all Equinox or Vanquish, and a lot of guys have just gone to the new Manticore. So yeah, I've never actually heard of the Quattro MP, buddy. So I'll have to look that one up. So I couldn't really give you much advice on that one, buddy. Mo Lester is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Is there another new name? Paul, Dad is on the job. He's here. Cool bananas. Welcome, poor Dad. Kiwi and Oz All Sorts is in the house as well. Welcome, buddy. Glad you could join us from way over there on the coast. Are you still getting that nasty rain over there? Jake J is in the house. How's it, bro? Mo Lester, NVM. I'm too old for all these abbreviations, bro. I will never clue what you're saying. Jake Cohen, 2007 model. I upgraded from the Go Find. Really wanted a Vanquish. Oh, okay, so it's a So Jake, is that an in between the Go Find and the Vanquish, buddy? I'll have to look it up. See, yeah, because I'm always looking. I get asked a lot from people. What's a good entry level detector to go with? So I've always sort of said the Vanquish. I find I had a Go Find for a while, and I found it very almost toy-like. So I wouldn't recommend it as an everyday hard-out detector. It's a great kids machine because it's quite adjustable and it's nice and light. I don't know what the new ones are like, the 66s. I had a Go Find 60. It was okay, but I just felt like I could break it at any stage. It felt very fragile. So I've always tried to push people towards the Vanquish. And if they're going Nocta Macro for the Simplex. But yeah, I might have to look into that one, Jake, and just see what the specs on those are. What price are they? Mo Lester, I got you to say my name. Is that right, Mo? You're one of those ones, are you? Welcome along. Last 2 days have been cracking. Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, we've got good weather here too. It's been nice. Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Oh, is that similar to the Xterra Pro, Jacob? So they're sort of in a class of their own, aren't they? It's quite an old model, but it has yeah. If it's like the old exteriors, I do know the exteriors. But they're like you say, they are an older machine. Nigel, welcome along, buddy. I'll just write your name down. Another one of my patrons. Welcome, buddy. I hope you are having a good night over on the coast as well. If you are the Nigel from the coast, I'm assuming you are. But welcome, buddy. Did you see that ring I found last week? Yes, Jake, man, and the hallmarks, man, they're so crisp. That was a beautiful ring. Very, very similar. I think Andrew might have posted a picture. I think I saw that, but very similar to one that Andrew found, Andrew Harrison, while I was with him one night. Beautiful old ring, hallmarked as well. Yeah, I love those. I love those old vintage rings with that you can actually find out exactly where it's from the hallmarks, where it was made, what year, and all the rest of it. So I love anything hallmark day. That was a beautiful ring. Yes, indeed, he says, from Hokitika. Well, welcome, Nigel. I figured it was. I don't have too many other Nigels that are following me, so welcome, buddy. Yeah, 1903. And that was, where was it made? Was it a Chester hallmark? I can't remember now. Jacob found the gold ring that's missing the stones. Gutting, buddy. But gold's still gold, Jacob, isn't it? Hope you did the gold dance. Got it off Trade Me for 400. But yeah, good machine. They came out about, I think, Jake, they came out about the same, Jake Cohen, they came out about the same time as the E-Tracks and the CTXs. They were sort of like their entry level when they were around. I used to swing an old E-Track, and that was a brilliant machine, absolutely brilliant, absolute, hugely expensive. I think they still are today, and the CTX is even more expensive again. But they were great machines, very, very cool machines. So, yeah, Chester, I thought it was. Yeah, I remember looking at them thinking, oh, jealous much. So, yeah. I know Digger Mike will have plenty to share when he gets off the headphones and onto the chat. He's had another cracker day in the river. I swing an SDC. So Jake, do you swing the SDC for relics as well, or have you got something else? Is that do you just have the one machine? Because I love the SDC. I love the yeah. I love how it folds up on itself and it's quite compact. But I thought they were more of a gold only machine. Yeah, I didn't think they had much in the way of tones and numbers and all the rest of it. I just thought they were like a beep and dig type. I thought they were more of a gold machine. I gifted my Go Find to my partner's 4-year-old. Haha, yeah. Those Go Finds are great machines for the kids because they're so light and they collapse up and they close up and they telescope out. But my one, I was just scared I was going to break it. It just felt very, very plasticky and very much like a toy. And I was just so scared of breaking it. So I ended up, my kids used that a lot. And then I actually gave it to my brother-in-law. And he uses it with his kids. So it is more for gold, but you learn the sounds. So Jake, it is multi-tone, I'm guessing. I've never really used an SDC, so I don't know what it does, what the sounds are, but I'm guessing it's got a little bit of multi-tone going on there. I broke my first one and Ballinger's replaced it for me. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, they just felt cheap for me, to be honest. Yeah, I got gifted mine, which was really cool. And it was actually gifted for my kids, so we used it for a bit. I had a couple of goes with it, teaching them how to go, and it just yeah. Alrighty, guys, we'll go through the basics. I've got a couple of cool giveaways tonight, so don't forget to first of all, give us a big thumbs up, smash that like button. I'm guessing you're all subscribed because you're all here. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Smash that bell notification. Keep up with all my videos that are coming out. Not that there's too many at the moment with the damn stupid sling thing. But yeah, got some good news coming up for that. Yeah, 350 is quite a bit, isn't it? For something that's all plastic. So yeah, so got 3 little giveaways tonight. And yeah, the shoulder's good, Mad Kiwi. Shoulder's really good. I'll get into that in a minute, but just briefly, any super chat tonight, you know the story, goes into the draw for a nice custom knife made by me to the value of $300. You need to win 5 times over a course of time, and you will get a nice knife, just like Digger Mike did a couple of weeks ago. So we've already given away 1 knife. We're on to our 2nd knife now. So any super chat gets you a entry in. There's no limit to that. And also, if you are a Patreon or a YouTube member, that is an automatic entrance into the draw as well. So I'll do 2 draws at the end of the night, giving away 2 points. You could win both points. You could just win 1. And yeah, like I say, it took us 8 or 9 weeks. I was trying to calculate it up. I couldn't remember completely, but we did a bit of a tally up, and I think it took us about 9 weeks. It went on the 9th week to win. So it does take a wee while, but hey, it's a $300 knife, and I've got something here to show you. So I've been in contact with Mike. He came round. We've had a wee look at some handles, and he's chosen his design, and he's chosen his handle timbers. Obviously, if you're not in Christchurch, that's going to be a little bit more difficult for you, but we can do it online. It's not a major. So yeah, but like I say, definitely smash that like, guys. Does huge things for the analytics. So tonight we have some silver coins. We've got a NZ sixpence and a British threepence, and a sticker kindly donated by Digger Mike. Okay, mate. So quite cool stickers. I've got one of these on my truck already, a big one, but I've got 3 of these small ones. So, and I've got 3 lots of coins tonight. So I think what we might do is, for you early birds, we might get into it. But I better just write down. Thanks heaps, Jake. Is there any chance I can come out for a swing with you at some point? Most definitely, Jake. Just not in the near future. I've got to let this shoulder heal up. I've got another 6 months of healing, bud. But once I am all better and back on the road, definitely, mate. You off to bed, are you? Yep. You saying good night? Night, buddy. Good night. You say night, everybody? Now we've got two Jakes in here, so I better make sure I get the right one. Jake Cohen. Cheers, my brother. And you off to bed too, are you?
Yep.
Yep. No. You say no to everyone? Digger Mike is back. So there you go, Digger Mike. I was just saying, I am actually going to donate 3 of your stickers tonight. So I've got 3 of your cool little stickers that you gave me. So that, and some three lots of silvers, so a couple of silvers each. So Mad Kiwi, how is the shoulder? The shoulder's mint. I've got no issues with the shoulder whatsoever. I've had no pain or anything. But I'm still stuck at home with this stupid sling thing on. But we do go to the surgeon this week on the 23rd, on Thursday. And he has basically told me, as long as everything's sweet, which I can't see why it wouldn't be, because I've got no pain, plenty of movement and all the rest of it, I should lose most of the sling and be able to drive legally. I have been driving around a little bit. I've been a wee bit naughty, but not much. Just small little trips, pick up kids, all that sort of stuff. But I will be able to drive normally after that, so I will be free. I'll be all over the place. I won't be housebound anymore. So we'll be able to get a few more videos out. I'm going to go and hook up with Mike, and we're going to go do some videos, maybe in the river and stuff like that. Also catch up with our Joshy boy, do some videos with him. I won't be doing any digging or detecting, but I will be. I'll be videoing the guys actually doing it. So it'll be quite cool. I'll be able to get a little bit more artistic with the camera maybe, and maybe make it a bit more interesting. So do some live digs as well, which will be really fun. Dave Newman is in the house. Howdy, buddy. welcome along. So super chat, and Dave Newman is also, yeah, a patron as well. So there's two entries into each draw. An entry into each draw. My mind's going mental. Cheers, my bro. Got you for that one. Oh, and Jake Cohen has just signed up as a member. Good going, buddy. Now, just so you know, Jake, I know you've just done the thing. It is actually more beneficial to be a patron than an actual YouTube member, purely on the fact that you get a whole lot more videos being a patron, and you get first access to all my videos that come on. And yeah, so you get to watch all my videos with no ads. You get first access to them, and you also get other videos that I don't put on YouTube. But hey, it's your choice. It is a couple of bucks more, but it's all good. Now, go back to another question I missed there. Poor Dad Adventures. Yes, the 4,000 subscription. My goodness, we've stalled out. Jake J says, night, little man. Yeah, they love stalling, eh? The little kids. They just have to get their face on that. They love being on the live stream. If I did it earlier, they'd stay on here forever. So, oh, there you go, Digger Mike, Jake Cohen. He's yeah, I'm sweet to drive. I can drive my truck around, piece of cake, bro. Absolute piece of cake, Jake. The big thing is with this traction sling that I'm in, my insurance company won't cover me. So if I have a crash, there's a couple of loopholes there that I don't have free movement in my arm, so I shouldn't be driving. So, and your turn, is it? Come and say goodnight. Love you. Yeah, so it's basically, yeah, legally I can't really drive until I go back to a normal sling rather than this traction sling that holds me in position. And that happens on 23rd of this week. So very, very happy. But yeah, going back to the 4,000 sub, I've stalled out. I've stalled out at 3,940 something. I can't. It went up, and then just dropped back down. Went up, dropped back down, and then it just stalled. It's like sat at 3,948 for quite a few days now. It's really weird, and I'm not even getting decent views on my videos. Like I put a short up just recently, and it rocketed up on the first day. I got about 2,000 views on the first day, straight away, instantly, and then just stalled out and did nothing. I put it on TikTok, and I'm coming up 70,000 views. So I can't figure it out. It's weird. I know once I hit 4,000, I'll probably start climbing again, and it'll go back to its regular thing. But for some reason, it has just stalled out, and I don't know whether they're doing a bit of a purge at the moment or what the story is. But my goodness, it's frustrating. I thought we might have been doing the old giveaway, but there's plenty of people on the video there, so a couple of hundred people entered into it. But it's just, yeah, I can't figure it out. So yeah. I'm out from Thursday. Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to say anything, Digger Mike, but I'll. Yeah, I mean, if you want me to say that, that's fine. But I wasn't going to say anything about that. Super chats have increased with inflation. Yeah, yep. And we actually get less as well. Mad Kiwi, we only get about 55% now, I think it is. We're going to get 55% of super chats and 55% of any of the membership money. Whereas with Patron, I get something like 80-something percent or 70-something percent. So it's a decent percent. No, it might actually be about 95%, I think, for the Patron. So yeah, YouTube do take a lot of the money from members, and we don't see. I mean, everybody's going to make their money somehow, don't they? That's why I sort of suggest Patreon a wee bit more. You'd know that, Mad Kiwi. It's just easier, and yeah, like I say, you get the videos with no ads in them, and you get bonus ones as well. And for everybody who's a patron as well, it's an instant extra entry into my 4,000 subscriber giveaway that we're doing, which is coming up, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping once I drop my video on the Land Cruiser this week, that maybe I might get a few more subscribers. But I'm going to try and do a few more shorts as well. I'm going to try and do a couple of shorts on the truck as well, and yeah, just try and do something else. I mean, it took me all day to video the other short of the weighing the gold quartz, just because with one hand it was quite frustrating trying to video and hang this stupid thing in the water and weigh it. So it took a few takes, but we got there in the end. So, but it was good. It was a good wee video. It's done very, very well on the old TikTok, which is it's been my best video ever. So pretty stoked with that. I'm just about to start my night shift. Oh, sweet as, Jake. I mean, either or, mate. If you do the Patreon, don't worry about the YouTube membership. Pick one or the other, bro. And like I say, the Patreon's way more beneficial. You get way more perks with the Patreon. But you don't need to do both, buddy. Yeah. YouTube algorithm is weird. Oh, it is, Jake. It is nasty. I just can't figure it out. Some people get onto it and some people can't. TikTok's great, Kiwi and Oz, but you don't get any money from it here in New Zealand. They don't pay anybody on TikTok in New Zealand, which is frustrating because I just would have made a big pay packet on that video. 2 days in, and it's already at nearly 70,000 views. So it's my best viral video that I've had. And I don't seem to be able to get people coming across to my YouTube, which is, it's a bit frustrating. That's sort of why the only reason I actually used it was try and traffic people across to the YouTube, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Jake, 2,000 views in an hour, and then yeah, pretty much, bro, pretty much, Jake. It rocketed up, and then just did nothing, just stalled out. And I think it's about 2,400 views, and it hasn't really moved from there. It's going up a little bit. I did get a few subscribers from it, which was pretty cool. So I need to maybe do a few more of those sort of shorts, but the flip side is the subscribers that come over from shorts, and the sluices will tell you about this one. The subscribers that come across from shorts don't watch your long play videos, and your revenue doesn't go up that much. You might have heaps and heaps of subscribers, but not have much revenue because they are not viewing your longer videos. And of course, shorts is a very small amount. I think it's like 2 cents per 1,000 views. So you've got to get a huge amount of views to make decent money out of them, whereas your long play videos are way better. So it's a tricky one. It's a real fine line. You can have all the subscribers in the world, but if they don't watch your long play videos, you're not going to get a huge amount unless you're getting millions and millions of views on your shorts. And of course, not every short does well, which is frustrating. Might as well work for, yeah. Poor Dad's mentioned it's a YouTube conspiracy. I'm having big trouble getting videos loaded. Oh, okay. Then they get blocked for trivial stuff. Oh, that's a pain. That's frustrating, poor Dad. Yeah, it was quite fun doing that short with the weighing the quartz. I didn't actually realise it was that much. I did it when I first found it. I did it, but I did it completely wrong, and it only told me there's like 4 grams in it, and I've always stuck with that. But when I redid it again, it was like 9 grams. I was like, mint, and that would be better. That would be more. I can see that because there's a lot of gold visible in it, and of course you don't see what's inside the quartz. So clearly that vein goes right the way through, and it does bypass one side, go through and come out the other, which is what I thought. And seeing that it's 9 grams, that definitely sort of what's the word I'm looking for? My brain is not working tonight. But yeah, it definitely confirms what I was thinking. I'm keen to get out one more time before Thursday for a couple of hours if you want. Yeah, sweet as, mate. Definitely. Yeah, if you hook something up closer to this area, I probably can just drive there. Not too much of an issue. Now I'll go for both. Oh, cheers, Jake. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Was that the specimen? That was the specimen, bro. So I ended up with a 9 gram, 9 grams of gold and an 8 gram full sovereign in the same hole. Oh, I'm stoked. Absolutely stoked. It was a big day, a big payday. Yeah, 9 grams it is. It's pretty cool, bro. I was shocked how you figured that out. Well, basically, and I've got to explain this on my short because a lot of people are asking how the math works. So what you do is the math is basically it's using specific gravity. So the 3.1, I think it was, 3.1 and 1.9. 3.1 is a specific gravity for gold. 1.9 is a specific gravity for quartz. Now, it's not an exact science and it's not exact. This is always just a rough estimate. But so you're taking the specific gravity and the specific quartz and you're doing that multiplication that gives you the difference between them basically. And it came out at 9.7 grams, I think, in the end. But that's how you're doing it. So you're using a scientific formula on the specific gravity. So you're using, I guess it's a gravity force, or somebody else called it the Archimedes solution or something. But yeah, it's basically using science, using specific gravity of that particular substance that you're trying to weigh, and using the multiplication. And so I don't know why you soak it in the water or hang it in the water, but I guess that helps determine the gravity, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. But that's how it worked. I YouTubed it. I watched about, crikey, I watched about 7 or 8, maybe 9 or 10 videos on YouTube, and they all had exactly the same figures. So I figured they can't be too much wrong. A lot of Aussie guys and weighing their quartz specimens because they get a lot of quartz specimens over there. And yeah, they all had exact. There's actually 3 different ways of doing it. I picked out the easiest one for my little brain because there are a couple of other ones, man, that are just unreal. And it's all about actually, yeah, it's very, very complicated and I didn't quite understand it, but I just took the easiest one and it seemed to work. I did it multiple times before I videoed it just to confirm it, and the figures, believe it or not, were pretty much identical every single time. So I was quite impressed. And yeah, there you go. Didn't go to school just to eat my lunch. I did actually learn a couple of things. Bit of simple maths. I was shocked how you figured it out. Yeah, I was just as shocked, Digger Mike. Quartz essentially floats on the water compared to the gold. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is, and that, yeah, like you say, Mad Kiwi, it's a bit of displacement, bit of yeah, the suspension or whatever it is. So yeah, those were the 20. Well, you're a different breed than me, mate, because I still have a small brain. Well, I might have a big brain, but most of it's probably dead. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to do an early bird. Well, it's hardly an early bird one now, but I'm going to do a giveaway for you chaps. Have a good night. Hang about, Jake. I'm about to do if you can hang about. But otherwise, have a good one, mate, and thank you so much, Jake Cohen. Got a piece of cardboard here, so we're doing 2 coins and a sticker, a sixpence, New Zealand sixpence, British threepence, so 925 threepence, and a nice sticker. And what it is tonight is I am going for gems. So pretty simple. You guys are going to have no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to type in the chat go. Once you see that word go, you can give me as many answers as you want, guys. So gems, or gemstones. And to give you a bit of, oh no, I won't give you a hint, not on this one. Go for it, guys. Gemstones. Go, go, go. No, no. You're all going for the same ones. Ooh, topaz, opal, ruby, sapphire, adamite, diamond, amethyst, quartz. Ooh, picked a tricky one to start with, have I? Garnet, topaz. Oh, I've never heard of some of those. There it goes. There it goes. Stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. I have seen it. It was emerald. So, emerald. And I can see that on my screen. Remember, guys, it's what's on my screen. So we've got ruby, sapphire, sapphire, topaz, opal, ruby, sapphire, adamite, diamond, amethyst, quartz. Ha ha ha, says Jake J. Garnet, topaz. Not even going to try and do that one. NZ Warriorsman, onyx, lime, and then Jake J. Emerald. Well, how's it, Johnny Hill? So Jake J. Not Jake Cohen. Sorry, bro. But Jake J, well done. You have one of the stickers and two of these cool little silvers. So Jake J, flick me through your address, kiwiscrispyadventures@gmail.com, and I will flick those away. In fact, I've got a couple of other ones up there that I've got to get going as well. So yes, congratulations, buddy. Well done. Oh, Dave Newman comes in with Jade, although Jade is different than Emerald. So yes. Where are we? Oh, thanks, Jade. Excellent, matey. Oh, Jake Cohen comes in with Emerald. Just a bit slow, bro. Oh, look at that. Everybody came in with Emerald after that. Now, well done, guys. Jake Cohen, too slow, yeah. You have a good night. Be safe, and don't work too hard. Oh, you don't have to send me anything, Jake. That's all good. Man, you should see my button collection. I've got a huge military two-piece button collection. All dug. Love my little button collection. That's all actually in a separate container. Thor! G'day, welcome along. I'll just write your name down, being that you are a member. Thor. Welcome, buddy, and hope you are doing well. G'day from Aussie says. I was going to say, Digger Mike, you're getting all confused there. Right. Tonight's not going to be a hugely long stream because I'm not doing too much. Because I'm not doing too much during the week, I don't have a huge amount to say. I did, however, or not much to show. So hopefully that'll change, being that I can get out and about this week. But I did, however, get into the garage this week and had a wee bit of fun. I did potter, and what I did do took absolutely forever, but it was fun to get back into the garage. It was good. Blades Piggin, another one of my patrons. So I'll write your name down, Blades, for the end of stream draw. How are you doing? Been a while since you've been on here, mate. Down Under Fella. How's it, buddy? There's a new name. Ricky Thompson. Welcome along. I don't have a 68th. Woo! I want to dig each type 2, but only have 4 different regiments so far. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of regiments down here, mate. We have, we've got all your forces, your volunteers buttons down here. I've got firemen's buses, railway buttons, fireman buttons, a lot of railway buttons, lots of World War II and World War I era buttons, but the only real military ones. Oh, I've got a few Air Force ones, and I do have a couple of artillery ones with the cannons on them. They're pretty cool, but we don't have many with regiment numbers on them like you guys do up north. I mean, that's cool. That's real cool. I do like the fact that you have them up there. I was hoping to dig one when I was up with Gary Coker up in Rotorua for the big dig that we had a couple of years ago, but it just didn't happen. NZ Warren, real proud of them. We're going to smash it. There you go, Digger Mike. Can't help himself. He's already talking about the league. Are you rubbing it in, Digger Mike? Are you having a wee rub in there? You still making knives? Ricky Thompson, I am making knives, mate. In fact, I was just about to showcase something I have been working on this week. Blades Piggin, last live stream we had, the knife went, buddy. Digger Mike won the knife, and we have been together. We've organised what he wants. He's picked the design. Thanks, Nigel. I'll just write your name down, buddy. Much appreciated for that. So he won that, and we've organised the handle. Although I'm going to discuss something tonight. He doesn't know this, and I've been pottering this week. So there we go. This is the design he went for. He originally thought he was going to get a small hunter, which was the Bowie style with the clip point, but he saw this one and he's decided to go for this. Now this is the Tech 120. It's got the false edge on the top. It's a nice all-round blade, this one. It's a really, really cool design. Good for stabbing, cutting, and it's a really nice feel in the hand, and it's a good style blade. So yeah, so I've cut that this week, and I started on the bevel. Still got a bit to go on the bevel, top bevel and the bottom bevel. Drill the holes, and we'll just slowly potter along on that. He picked out this beautiful piece of walnut. Lovely, lovely piece of grain in that. So hopefully we'll get that to match up on both sides. I'm not entirely sure if it will or not, but we'll see how it goes. But there's a couple of things I'm going to add in there, mate. And I was wondering how you'd feel about splitting the handle and doing a small piece up the front with this Queen's Ebony. It'll be a real dark timber, and it's got some nice grain in it. You probably can't see it too much there. I'll show it a bit, but basically doing just a small piece. So maybe just a small piece up the front here with your rest of your walnut down the back, so we can really get as much of that without having this big empty grain area. And we'll put a nice little contrasting piece of black in there. But I was thinking maybe of putting some red scales on there too, bud. Some red G10 scales. So you'll have red against the steel. So you have steel, red scales either side, and then the timber, and have the timber with the nice little ebony bolster up the front. Let me know what you think, mate. But there you go. That's what I've been playing with this week. Taking a lot longer than I really want. But when you've only got a little wee T-Rex hand, beggars can't be choosers. So yeah. So yeah, so definitely am still doing knives, mate. Definitely still doing knives. Oh, okay, cool. Last time it was... Oh, yep. Sorry, guys, just catching up on the chat. Oh, Jade's coming in there with a big one. Blade says, good on you, Mike. Yeah, so you have to have another crack, Blades. That's worth a couple there, Jade. Thank you so much. Yep, keen as, please. Okay, sweet, Mike. I'll go with that. I was playing around with some handles this afternoon, actually. Actually, that's why I didn't get back to you. I was doing some stuff, playing with some handles and combinations, and then I remembered I had my red G10 as well, and I thought, oh, Nice bit of really, really dark timber that'll come out almost black once it's oiled up with some nice red G10 liners. And I think that'll look wicked smart, bro. I reckon that'll really top it off. Yeah, I think that'll cool. And I might even, mate, do a red spacer between the two bits of timber as well, so that it really contrasts. You get the nice, beautiful grain of the walnut, and then a nice bright red G10 strike through there, because it's only, what have I got? 2 mil, I think. 2 mil G10 liner, or 1.5 mil. Nice little red line through there, and then the nice dark up the front with the brass pins. I think that will look very smart, mate. Yeah, you've got the liners on your one, Mad Kiwi, are orange. You've got orange liners. I bought some red G10 just recently, or just before my surgery. So I've actually got orange or red. I think the red will look way nicer with this one, being that it's a really dark front timber with the bolster. Have you actually blooded that knife yet, Mad Kiwi? Have you used it or anything, or is it away in your china cabinet? It's a beautiful knife, that one. I was very impressed with that. That was one of my first ones I ever made. So you got pretty much the first one that came off the production line, even though it took a while to get to you with that crazy handle doing all those weird things. It was one of my first ones I did. No, in the china cabinet. Fair enough. Probably deserves to be in there. It's a beautiful knife, that one. That came up real nice. Mad Q, wet it with saliva, mate. Ooh, I'm not wetting it with saliva. It'll stain it. Yeah, no, it'll go real dark. I don't want to show too much for old Digger Mike. I'll keep him guessing for a little bit. Knife is going into my show cabinet. Oh, nice, cool, bro. So, will you want a sheath with it as well, or do you just want the plain knife, bro? Because the deal was it'll come with a sheath if you want it, but if you're only going to display it, yeah, I could just do the knife for you. Yeah, so Ricky Thompson, I'm still working on the knives. I've got flip. I've actually got 9 on the go now with this one. This is actually my ninth knife now, but I've got an order of yeah, I've got an order of about 6. I've got 6 knives on the go for 6 different clients, and then I'm making 2 more for myself. So I'm making a big brute, a big chopping knife, one of the really, really big ones, that I'm going to use on an upcoming video, a survival video, and then I'm doing just another camp knife, just something I'm going to play around with a different style of handle, timbers and stuff, and that's just going to be one that'll go up for sale. Once it's finished, I'll advertise it, take some photos, and it'll be up for sale as well. Blades Piggin, what's a sticker worth? Like the sticker, the actual knife, the sticker, or just a sticker? Because I give all the stickers away, but the blade, Blades Piggin, if you're asking about the actual sticker knife, that is $350 in a sheath. So $350 with a Kydex sheath. And if you want extras like a brass bolster or anything like that, it goes up a little bit. I think it's about $20 for brass bolster. The knife, yeah, yep. $20 extra for a brass bolster. Another $20 if you want a brass pommel on the base of it. If you want to do a split timber, that's another extra $20 as well. So it can add up, but if you just go for a base knife with just straight handle and maybe coloured scales or just a straight timber handle, yeah, $350 with a Kydex sheath. So not my most expensive one. Yeah, I think the big cleaver that I'm doing for Mark is going to end up being that will be one of my regular ones too. I can get steel big enough for that now, so that will become one of my regulars as well, the cleaver. And we'll do that. That'll be $400 with a. I don't know how I'll go with a sheath on that one. I'll probably still do a sheath, but do a Kydex one. But yeah, like I say, that'll be $400 all up. So, but yeah, I mean, they're one of a kind, bro. I could be charging a lot more. I've been looking at some of the knife makers at the moment, and flip me days, I'm at the lower end of the money scale. Those guys, some of the knives that are out there. I mean, I don't know if any of you know Samuel Harrison. His knives are going for $800 to $1,200, and they are pretty basic knives as well. His handles are fairly, but they are absolute quality and just beautiful knives, beautiful knives. Mostly chef knives and hunting knives, but yeah, $800 to $1,200 for his knives. So I think, yeah, I still feel like I'm charging too much, but I've been told by many guys who make knives professionally that it needs to be that high. So sheath as well, please. Yep, sweet as. And of course, you've probably seen Digger all my knives come in a nice little cardboard display box as well. So with my, I think I've got one here. Yeah, with my name and sticker and all the rest of it and logo, CK Blades, and that tells you what the steel is, what the style is, what the steel is, and what the handle's made out of. And then of course you get another sticker inside that's a bit of a disclaimer and cleaning. So I try and keep them all as looking as professional as I possibly can. So definitely worth a coin. And like I say, everyone, even if you get the same style, it'll still be different. They're all different. I'm not that perfect that I can make every single one exactly the same. So they're all definitely a one-off, never to be copied type design. So yeah, love it. I don't really use email. Is there anything else I can message you on? There is. I generally use an email just to get started, mate. But then I'll give out my. I don't like to give out my phone number on these sort of platforms, bud, because you end up with all kinds of people calling you. But generally, mate, if you can give me an email, in fact, do I have an email from you or not? I can't remember. But if you just send me one simple email, or even if you message me on Facebook, I don't know if you do Facebook or anything like that. Yeah, that might be quite hard to find me. But if you can message me on, just send me one email at some stage, I'll send you my phone number, and then we can basically, all my pictures are on my phone and all the rest of it as well. So, yeah. Yeah, you can use Messenger, Mad Kiwi, but you've got to find me on Facebook first. I think there's a few Chris Mannings on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook would be okay. Well, it's probably, yeah. I don't know. If you want to put your Facebook up here, mine's Chris Manning. So if you scroll through the Chris Mannings, you might be able to find me. And yeah, there's a pretty. Oh, actually, when you scroll through Chris Manning, it's got my hey Moto Mining. Hello, been lurking. Welcome, buddy. Oh yeah, you could even jump on my TikTok or even Instagram. But if you can find Chris Manning, my avatar logo is the Crispy's Kiwi Adventures sticker. So it's the stag and the gold pan and all the rest of it. So yeah, so Port Ad Adventures, my Facebook page is just Chris Manning. It's just called Chris Manning. It's not actually a Crispy's Kiwi Adventures one. It's just a personal one. I don't use it that much because I'm members of that many jolly private groups. So I post mainly on there. So I do post every now and again on my Facebook page, but just search up Chris Manning and scroll through the Chris Mannings for Christchurch, New Zealand, and it will probably come up in there somewhere, and it'll basically look out for my logo. It won't have a picture of me on there. It'll actually have my Crispy's Kiwi Adventures logo, the stag head, I think, from memory. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's probably the easiest way. And then message me, and then what I'll do is we'll just start flicking through messages or on the phone, give me a phone number, and then I'll send you some pictures of ones and pictures of all the timbers that I've got. And if you're keen, we'll go from there, buddy. Ricky Thompson, got any stories to go with your head skin in the background? Oh, well, I've got a couple up here. This one here, the big one that you can see, that's a big 11-pointer. That, believe it or not, was actually the first stag I ever shot. So that was up on a friend's holiday property. So his property, he's got a bush block, and you'll see a lot of my videos, my possum hunting videos, are all on a farm up on the coast there, on the west coast, and it was shot over there. Basically, his land borders dockland, so the deer come out and they feed on his paddocks, and that was my first ever stag. First stag I'd seen in the wild, first stag I actually shot. It's a big 11-pointer, and the timbers on it are very, very heavy. Very cool stags. I remember that. He jumped the fence, come into the paddock, and I was in a little hide on the other side of the paddock, and he just walked straight up to me, and I shot him in the neck at about 80 metres. So I was pretty stoked. And my parents were up in the staying at the batch with us at the same time. So I got my dad to come up, and yeah, he helped me bring it back down. That was cool. Pretty stoked with that. So a lot of memories with that stag. And then this guy here, he's my first stag that I ever roared up, and I didn't really want to shoot him because he's a beautiful 8-pointer, only 8 points, and I'd never really wanted to shoot an 8-pointer, but it came about that we were up in the Avoca, and there was 4 of us up there, and one of the guys was brand new virgin hunter, never hunted before, brand new rifle, first trip out, never shot a deer. And we went up into this real gnarly area. It's all bush and all the rest of it. And there was a swampy area in there. And I started roaring, and we got 4 stags starting to roar. And they really going for it. Absolutely going for it. And 2 of them just sat still. They wouldn't move. One on the opposite side was just going nuts, and it looked like he wanted to try and get through the swamp but couldn't. And then there was another one down the very far end of the swamp. He was going nuts, but he shut up. So I kept roaring, trying to get this other one to come across. We couldn't see him, but we could hear him, and he just wouldn't come out into the clearing, wouldn't come out. And so I was roaring, and every time I roared, all 3 of them would roar all together, and it was just hairs on the back of your neck standing up. This guy beside me, bolting his gun was just about rattling. He was shaking so much. He was so excited, eh? And of course, we were facing these 3 that were roaring, so we were facing the top end of this clearing, the swampy clearing, and they just seemed to hold up. And you could hear this other one on the other side getting quite agitated. He was getting really riled up, and I'm sure he was trying to find a way across, but it was actual swamp. It wasn't like even just a grassy area. It was just straight out swamp. Walk into it, you're gone. Your history. And he wanted to come across, and you could hear him. He was walking up and down on the other side. You could hear him in the bush, but you just couldn't see him. And then I let out this roar, and the 2 up the top, they roared. The guy on the other freaking out. And of course, I was excited. I thought this was just bee's knees to have a real up close and personal with a stag, and I had no intention whatsoever. My bolt was even still half cocked, and I think I might have had one in the chamber. Yeah, I had one in the chamber, and I was half cocked, and I was standing in front of the young fella, and the stag come out, and he roared at us, and oh man, this is so cool. And I looked around at the young fella, and I said, oh, how cool is this? And his eyes were just wide open. He just thought this was crazy. And I thought, oh, any second this stag's gonna turn around and boost and take off. And it didn't. It just stood its ground. It was staring at us, and I was like, well, this isn't quite right. And then it was like just standing there. And I mean, it probably wasn't a huge amount of time. It felt like an eternity. It was crazy. And then it looked at us, and it took a step closer to us. And at that point, I was like thinking, something's not good here. This guy hasn't seen humans before, maybe, or something like that. And the young fella grabbed my arm. So I was like, oh, this guy's freaking out now. Then the stag started stomping its feet. And at this point, I knew it was a young fella. Quite high pedicles, just 8-pointers. Beautiful spread, though, and very even. And it was like, I even had, I was contemplating actually shooting it anyway, because a beautiful stag. I mean, you can see it's very even, very lovely stag. But I thought, oh, no, he'll grow to be a nice stag. And then it started stamping its foot. And I was thinking, oh, this isn't going good. And so I closed the bolt on my rifle just purely as a precaution, And then it stamped again. It stamped another couple of times. And then it roared at us. And then, I don't know if you've ever seen a stag that's just fully worked up. His eyes rolled into the back of his head. He rolled his eyes back and he put his head back. And then he dropped his head. And I thought, nah, this guy's going to have a go at us. He wants to fight. He seriously thinks we're a deer or something, and he wants to have a go at us. So I just lifted the rifle up real quick, and I kid you not, mid-roar, I put one in his neck. It was like, first of all, I brought the scope up, and it was on 10 power, so all I could see was fur. I couldn't even see all it was just fur in the scope. Quickly wound it back to 4 or 6 or whatever it was, or 3, and put it on the bottom of the neck, because I knew it would be just compensated for the being so close, and let rip and dropped it on the spot. And the whole time the young fella was holding my arm and he was just squeezing it so tight. He was just freaking out, poor chap. But after that, man, it was just like, whoa, just the adrenaline, and I was shaking, he was shaking, and he started woohooing and all the rest of it. And I was like, oh, I didn't really want to shoot that, but real character stag, real good story to it. And they're the only 2 decent stags I've ever shot. Got a couple of nice big goats up there from Kaikoura, and there's a wee chamois up in there as well. I think it's just on 9-inch chamois. That was my first ever chamois as well. So, yeah. So there you go, mate. That are the stories behind those heads, Ricky. So, yeah. Wouldn't mind getting another. Well, I'm not going to get one this year, but maybe next year I'll get my fitness back up and I'll get out and find a nice big 12-pointer maybe. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, you found it, poor Dad? Sweet. Cool. Oh, it's obviously not too hard to find then, so that's good. So there you go, Blades Piggin. Poor Dad found it pretty quickly. So I'm guessing you'll be able to find it pretty quickly as well. Just message me, mate. And what I'll do, or like maybe send me a friend request and then send me a message and we'll start up a conversation that way. Blade, you don't have any spots for the Raw this year. Where do you live, bro? What part of the country are you in, Blades? They have started roaring in the back of Nelson. Yeah, I heard all the farm stags are just going nuts. They've been going nuts for the last couple of weeks. So I figured that the wild fellas wouldn't be too far behind. We have urban deer that will stomp. Oh, Moto Mining, are you in the US, buddy? You have the old the deer that just come through your. They're whitetail, aren't they? Whitetail that come through your backyards. That's epic, man. I was watching a video the other day, and I kid you not, this guy had a whole entire herd of whitetail come in, and there was probably 2 or 3 bucks, but there was a beautiful big buck, and then there was a heap of does, and they come right up to him and were eating out of his hand. It was just like, oh, I couldn't do that. That's just crazy. Thanks for that. Always love it. Yeah, I love telling those stories too, especially one about the young stag, because that's character, man. That is absolute character. Blades Piggin, Otago. Oh, Otago. Flip, I don't know. You come up to South Canterbury, there's plenty of good spots in South Canterbury, bro. Even up around and through Mackenzie there. There's good spots up there. But you guys are meant to have some pretty amazing spots down Otago, and you got the big royals down there. Blacktail. Oh, in Canada. Mint. Now, you guys, Moto Mining, you guys have seasons too, don't you? And you've got to buy, well, I know you do it, I know in the US, but do you have seasons for your hunting over there as well? And do you have to buy tags like in the States, so you can only shoot so many deer during that season? I'm sort of not quite up with Canada. I know in the States they have seasons for all their different deer. We're so lucky here. You'll hate it, Moto Mining. We can hunt deer all year round, as many as we want, whenever we want. It's just crazy. For sure, you need tags for elk. Maybe not tags for deer. Okay, yep. Oh, just elk. Okay, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we can shoot deer any time of the year down here. So it's pretty cool. We do have a couple of areas right down in the bottom of New Zealand and some pretty. I'm in New Zealand Moto Mining, so in New Zealand. So I'm in the South Island of New Zealand, and at the bottom of New Zealand, we've got a really large expanse of wilderness area, and we have elk that were released in there. And you go into a ballot for that as well. But when you're in there and you're down there, you can actually shoot as many elk as you want. Although they are starting to clamp down a little bit on letting the big fellas, or letting the young fellas grow to be big fellas. So they're trying to push. There's a bit of an association down there that trying to push herd management and getting the herds back up to like 40-inch plus heads and get it all pure again. Yeah, the red deer here are extremely invasive. In fact, they went through a massive process a few years ago of trying to cull out the red deer down in Fiordland where the elk are, or what we call wapiti, because they were interbreeding, and we were getting a lot of hybrid red deer elk cross. And I mean, they were big deer with big heads. But yeah, being hybrid, we were losing our pure blood wapiti or elk. So this foundation was formed, and they started just monitoring everything and culling out all the reds. And now the herd's really good. I mean, there's some massive elk coming out of there now. So it's cool. Heaps of good spots. Not the biggest fan of hunting. I'm not either, Blades. In fact, I generally, I try not to go on dockland at all during the raw. I'm not a big fan of coming home with holes in me and leaking. So I try to get on private property or areas that are just not that accessible, like somewhere where you've got to really walk in, like take a day's walk or something that you've got to walk right in, or take a chopper. We've done a couple of chopper trips now for the raw, or back in the day. Not a big fan of going to these areas where you park up in a car park and there's like 20 cars in the area. Not a big fan of holes in me, so I generally try and, I do. In fact, I don't actually hunt the raw hugely anyway. I try and get out fairly early, and then I try and get out a little bit later, and even to the point where I'll go out when they're finished roaring and try and catch them when they're out feeding and trying to put that condition back on. So I can fully understand that, Blade. The native elk here were almost poached to extinction. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's nuts. Yeah, well, we had that same problem, not so much with poachers, but with the interbreeding of the red deer. They were coming in and interbreeding, and it looked like at one stage we were going to lose all our purebred elk. But they've brought that back now, and we're getting some really big monsters coming out now. So, right, let's do another giveaway, guys. I'm waffling way too much. So I've got another card here. I'll type in the chat go. Once you see that, you've all been very quiet, so you're obviously been listening to me waffling away. I'll type in go, and you guys can give me your answers. There you go, guys. Another gemstone. Give me your answers. We'll see how quickly you can get this one. Amber, ruby, pearl, sapphire. There we go. We have it. That was a nice, easy one. So stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. We do have a winner. It was sapphire. Don't know if you can read that, if it's going to focus, but yep, that was sapphire. And on my screen, I have amber, ruby, pearl, fourth down, Dave Newman with sapphire. So congrats, buddy. Well done. Just write your name down, Dave. Well done, buddy. So you get a sticker, courtesy of Sticker Mike. What is it? Detecting Aotearoa. I dig it. Finding lost history, and a couple of wee NZ and British silvers. So congrats, Dave. Well done. I'll flick that away. I'm probably find your address. I know it's there somewhere. So, guys, anything else you want to have a chat about, or should we just call it a night? I don't have a huge amount more to talk about. I'm happy to call it a night, guys, and do the end of stream draws if you're interested. We'll drop right down to 11, guys. So clearly I've been waffling on way too much. Going out for a small walk tomorrow. Nice. Chasing pigs, mate, or deer, or just scoping out, trying to find somewhere. So we'll do the members and Patreons first. Once I can get back out driving and pigs, nice. You got some dogs, mate? I'm guessing you probably got a dogs. You got a few? And what have you got? Few fellow getting around. I don't actually hunt, or I can't say I don't hunt pigs, Mike. I do hunt them, but only if they're out in the open. I don't have dogs, Mike. So most pig hunters will go and bail dogs with bailing dogs and get their pigs that way and stick them. I did a bit of that with my uncle way back in the day when I was a young fella. But generally, if I'm going to go for a pig, it'll be something that's out in the open. And to this day, so far, I haven't actually shot a pig. I've had a couple of shots at a couple of runners, but I've never bagged a pig yet. So I'm still yet to bag a boar and get a nice set of tusks up on the wall. But yeah, no doubt it'll happen. Few fallow deer getting around. Oh, nice. I do like fallow. Fallow's a nice eating deer. Yeah, I've got one at the moment, and he's a Lockley. Nice. Cool. I used to have a pig dog when I was a teenager. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, never. We've had dogs, but stupid little house dogs, more for the kids. But never had a decent hunting dog or a working dog. And of course, now that we're in a rental, we've got no pets at all, so we're just not allowed. But sooner or later, when we get our own house, I'll probably get a dog at that stage. I know Braxton's just dead keen for a dog. He'd love a dog. Just mad keen on dogs. A few of our family and family friends have got dogs, and every time we go around there, he just sits there the whole time. Won't go out, won't do anything, just sits there and pets and plays with the dogs. Loves them. So, Blade's pigging. Yeah, we're all teenagers at heart, aren't we, Blade? Definitely. Oh, crikey. The barrel's falling apart. What's happened there? Ah, yep. Oh, well. Right. Now this is for members and patrons. So this is for an entrance for the knife. Not an entrance, for a win. What do we got here? We've got one here. I'll open it in front, so it's all... What do we got there? I'm completely upside down, aren't I? Blades Piggin. There you go, mate. You're on the board again. Blades Piggin, you have the members Patreon draw. Win. So there we go, mate. You're on the board. Heading for another knife. Congrats, buddy. Well done. And, of course, Nigel was first on the Super Chat last week. So, who's going to get the Super Chat this week? Back in the game, he says. Most definitely, my brother. Most definitely. Right. I think this is a bit of a two-horse race again between old Jade and... Oh, no. Yeah, Jade and Digger. Again, guys, thank you so much for the support. It's much appreciated. Definitely helps keep the channel alive. Oh, you're actually only... I thought you were just kidding there, Blades. So you're only 18. Nice. I thought you were just messing around with this, bro. Oh, to be a teenager again, eh? Oh, to be a teenager again. Right. Who's it going to be this time? Yeah. Got you there, Mike. Alrighty, guys. Got one there. See if we can... This is so hard with one hand. I feel like an absolute invalid. What do we got there, guys? Can you see that? Jade's. Of course, everything on my screen at the moment is back to front. I know you guys can see it properly. Jade's Adventures. Woohoo! You are on the board again as well, buddy. Congratulations. Jade with a mark beside. Alrighty. So we've got 3 into it now. Nigel with 1, Jade with 1, and Blades Piggin back in the game with 1 as well. Congratulations, guys. Well done. And hopefully next week's stream I can share a little bit more with you and, yeah, have a bit more to talk about because I will be out of this stupid contraption. Yay! And be able to drive. Yay! So hopefully we'll have a bit more to... What's your next YouTube? So, Ricky, my next one is going to be my truck. I've been working on that. So basically, it's going to be a video all about how... It's going to be basically called She Nearly Died, or The Old Girl Nearly Died. And it's going to be how last year she burst into flames, the progress, the process of getting it all fixed and all the rest of it. Also, the fact that we got caught out having an illegal truck and just the ins and outs of what you can and can't do with a four-wheel drive these days. To cut a long story short, Ricky, my truck failed a warrant last year and we had to fix it up. It cost a lot of money to do it, but we had to do a whole lot of things that my mechanic mate had let slide. So basically there was a whole bunch of things that we'd done to it, not certified, and I didn't actually know about it. My own naivety was it was my fault. I should have really looked into it a bit more, but I thought 33-inch tyres were okay. But yeah, it turns out a 33 on a Land Cruiser is still too much than the tolerance that they look at by 0.6%. But insurance companies know that, and with all the things that I had in my truck, if we had an accident, the insurance company wouldn't look at us. So we made the call to take it all back to you'd call that maximum of what you can do without certification. So we have a 2-inch lift, we run 32-inch tyres. There's a few other things we had on there. We had a light bar on the front bonnet. You're not allowed anything on the front bonnet protruding. If you hit anybody, apparently they're allowed to. So if you run into somebody and you've got a light bar on there, you're in trouble. They're meant to ride up onto the bonnet. Now, of course, if I hit anybody in that truck, they're going under the truck. They ain't coming up onto the bonnet. But hey, there's all these things that I had no idea about with warrants and things. So we fixed that up. But the silver lining to that was 2 weeks after we'd done that, my truck was just sitting out the front and it burst into flames. The starter motor shorted out and it burst into flames. Now, it cooked the engine bay, melted all the wiring loom and all the rest of it, and didn't work. And it turned out it was going to be like an $8,000-9,000 job to fix it. And the insurance company said, "Sweet as, we'll fix it for you." Now, if that had happened pre-warrant, they would have said, "Sorry, sir, we're not looking at that. You've got a modified vehicle." So this next video will just be the ins and outs of what you can and can't do. Just giving people I don't want to like point fingers and all the rest of it, but just giving a friendly, be careful what you do, because this is what you can and can't do. This is what happened to us. And also, when I got the truck back finally from the panel beaters, once it was all fixed, that took about 4 months. We took all the back stuff out and we redid the drawers. All the drawers in the back are all new, running on big roller bearing sliders, 150 kilo sliders, and I've put a new cooker in there. I've got a wee kitchen sink in there now. So we've completely redone the drawers. So the video is going over those as well, and then also it's going over what's coming up in new builds and some plans I have for it. So we're gonna wrap it. I'm gonna get some film myself, and I'm gonna wrap it myself. And we're also gonna do some solar, and we're gonna do a freshwater water tank on it. So this thing's coming up. So yeah, so it's just gonna be a video on those sort of things. That's my last video I've got in the bank. After that, I'm hoping I can get some videos of some detecting and stuff like that with some mates. Maybe even get out for a, what would you call it, a rifleless hunt. So maybe do a couple of day trips where I just wander up some areas close, take the camera, and just get some footage of deer out in the wild, or goats out in the wild, things like that. Can't go hunting, can't carry a pack at the moment, but I can certainly do a day trip with a waist bag on or something like that, and a water bottle and a camera. So yeah, so got some plans coming up, so some cool videos coming up, and hopefully, yeah, like I say, I can get some cool videos of the likes of Digger Mike doing some detecting or being in the river, and also Joshy Boy, and I know a few other guys on the Facebook page are quite happy for me to come out and video them doing some detecting. So it'll be a bit of live digging and things like that. So it'd be cool. Yeah. Dime Bag Darren, CDN Coins. Hey, buddy. Oh, we've got a raid going on, have we? Mike P. Well, Blades Piggin, it would have been cheaper. Well, yes and no. It would have been cheaper to cert, possibly. Still needed to do the suspension because the suspension was shot. All the wheel bearings were shot. There was quite a few stuff, bits and pieces. The only thing we really changed for the certification was we took it down to a 2-inch lift rather than a 3-inch, because 2 inches, you're allowed a 2-inch. And we took the tyres back to a 32-inch. That was the only thing we really changed. The rest of it was all warrantable things that needed to be doing. Suspension was getting a bit shot, so that did need, because we lived by the ocean for a while, the springs were pitted out and a bit rusty, so they needed to be replaced anyway. So a lot of things that needed to be replaced, so they had to be done anyway. So it was just as easy to, well, it was actually cheaper to do a 2-inch rather than 3-inch lift. So we went that way. But the other flip side was I had a trip coming up, so I had to get the truck back ASAP, and certification was about 3-month wait, and I couldn't wait 3 months for the truck to be off the road for certification. Flip side was, anyway, I ended up with the truck off the road for 4 months while it was in getting fixed. It was just like, I couldn't win. I couldn't win. We had a crazy year last year with vehicles. So, but yeah, Sam Seaby found a buried raid. Found it buried. Welcome, buddy. Busy waffling on. I didn't even see all you guys coming in. How's you doing? Did you see the vid? Did you see the vid I tagged you in on TikTok? The one in the river, bro? Yeah, I did. Yep. I actually got a notification. I was like, oh, weird. What is this? Went in and it's, oh, yeah, that's right. So, yep. The healing has been going well. Found it buried. I've had no pain whatsoever. I go and see my surgeon this week, actually. And basically, yeah, it's feeling pretty good. I've got movement and all the rest of it, and hopefully we're going to lose a lot of this traction sling and just go into a normal sling, and I'll be able to drive. Woohoo! So looking forward to it. G'day, Zeppelin. Welcome, buddy. Digger Mike. Nope, the goats. The goats. No, I haven't seen that one, bro. I'll have to have a look. I'll go and have a wee look. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm pretty much done for the night. Actually, hang on. How many guys? How's about we do that last draw? Since we've got a few guys who are doing a raid, got a few numbers in here, we'll go for that last gemstone. So all yous have just come in on the raid. You might be lurking and watching. We've got 2 little silver coins. We've got a threepence, or a British threepence and a New Zealand sixpence, and a cool sticker from Digger Mike. And it is Detecting Aotearoa. So, cool sticker from Digger Mike. So, I'm going to write in the chat, go. Once you see that, give me your answers. It is a gemstone, guys. A gemstone. Multiple answers is fine. There you go, guys. Last one for the evening. What have we got? Go for it, guys. Give us your answers. Ruby, opal, amber. What else have we got there? Anybody else having a guess? Onyx. Is no one else guessing, or are we lagging or something? Sapphire. No, Sapphire's gone, bro. Citrine. I got no idea, says Sam Seabury. Dragon Glass. Spinel, amethyst, emerald. No, we've had emerald blades pigging. Green, says Digger Mike. Moonstone. Coal. Purple citrine. Come on, there's plenty of other ones out there. Tanzanite. Okay, I'm going to give you a guess. What gemstone can be commonly found with gold, guys? What gemstone can be commonly found with gold, especially here in New Zealand on the west coast? Agate. Come on, guys. Surely that should be enough to give it away. Crystal? No. Quartz? No, not quartz. Fool's gold? No. There's another gemstone that is commonly found with gold. Oh, yes. Jade. You spelt it wrong, but I'll take that. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, garnet. Garnet. So stop, guys. Stop. Stop. Yep, garnet. So garnets are very, very commonly found here. Granite. Close there, found it buried. But yeah, garnets. So Granit. I knew you were talking about Jade. So Jade, cheer bro, there you go. Sticker from Digger Mike and a couple of coins coming your way. I'll just write your name on there. Oh yeah, there you go. Mad Kiwi was in there as well. And I'm sure found it buried, thought it was that as well. Well done, Jade. Been a productive night, buddy. Alrighty, guys. I will get that away this week. Got a couple more to get away, so catch up on all of that. Oh, guys, thanks heaps for joining me tonight. I know it's only going to be a short one tonight. Oh, it's hardly actually that short. Oh, crikey, I've waffled on again. Way too much. So congratulations to everybody. Dang, I couldn't spell it. It's too slow. I probably would have just about let you away with that found it buried. Yeah. But Jade bit you to it. Yep, definitely, bro. Just let us know what works, Mike. Yeah, let me know when you got a afternoon off or morning or whatever, and I'll come see you this. Oh, actually, yeah, no, you might have to pop out this way again. I'll be a free man come Thursday, but of course you'll be tied up from Thursday. So maybe I'll come see you on Friday or something. See how you're going. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for joining. Much appreciated. Silver Heist. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. We're just about to call it quits. Must be awfully late over in your neck of the woods. Yes, just keep in touch, Mike. Keep in touch. But yeah, to everyone else, be safe. Take care. Keep smiling. Cheers, Found It Buried. Thanks for popping over. Bugger. You're just a bit late there, Stephen Dixon. 4:30 a.m. You guys are crazy over there. You do some long days and long late nights, don't you? Crazy. Hey, everyone, guys, be safe, be cool, and until the next one, happy hunting. And I hope you have a great week. And I think for you guys in the US, the rest of your weekend. Alrighty, guys. Catch you later.